going on, Underworld crew? And today I got my first impression of the season of The Witch. So this is just going to be a video that you can put up in the background while you're at work or chilling playing the game itself. Who knows what you're doing? All I know is I hope you're having a good time and I hope you enjoy your day. Alright, let's get into it. First off, let's talk about the story and then we're going to get into gameplay. If you want to go blind for the story, skip to this chapter in the video. Okay, anyone still here? Let's get into it. So far, I'm liking Hive Eris a lot. Her voice actor is killing it as usual, and she's really leaning into the dark side of her mannerisms, and it really sells that she's kind of enjoying basically being a Hive god, and is very much looking forward to putting an end to Xivu Arath with us by her side. I hope we get some type of big cinematic fight between Eris and Xivu Arath at the end of the season, where we can help sway it somehow and help turn the tide of battle. Maybe she needs more energy or something, so we have to kill enemies next to her to give her tithes, as they call them. I would definitely like something new, but in the same vein as the last mission of Season of the Lost, where we had to hold the line against Xivu Arath's army with Saint 14 by our side, while Mara Sov was separating Savathun's worm from her. I definitely feel like it'll be well received definitively because it'll really solidify ourselves as part of the story, just like it did in Season of the Lost. I know they probably only did that because it was the last season leading into a major expansion, as well as this story has already been finished and made, but come on dude, let a guy dream. I'm gonna make the section on the new card system very short since I've already talked about how much I enjoy it multiple times in other videos, but I'm still loving it, and I really hope they expand on this with more roguelike game modes in the future. I do think a small good quality of life change would be to show what the cards do under them in the activities we play like they do in the Helm, because it's already too many cards for me to understand what each card does. I just go around trying to figure out what each card does until I inevitably get the one that spawns heavy on multi-kills, because that's the only one I know. The new exotics seem really fun, especially the Titan one. I'm loving it, and I'm using a build I made around it in the gameplay you're watching now. So if you would like a video on this build, feel free to let me know by leaving a like on this video and commenting below that you would love to see the build. While I have not used the other class exotics as much since I've been maining Titan so much, because you guys know I love Titan and I love Solar, but I have heard nothing but great things about those exotics, especially the one for Warlock unless you picked up your voice souls, as well as the synergy between the new Hunter Gauntlet exotics that spawn moths and replace your grenades with moths, as well as its synergy with the new exotic grenade launcher Exteris. With this new season, we also get 3 new strand aspects, one for each class, that already seem to be great and breaking the game at the same time. First off, Banner of War for Titans seems extremely useful and may even be too useful since we're already disabling it for Crota day 1. Because no one thought at Bungie that constant health regen and increased melee damage on a Titan was going to be a problem. And with Warlocks, they got something even more insane. They allow themselves to basically weave their body and basically become invincible. And it's come so strong that it's been disabled in PvP. And Bungie seems to be going for the 3 for 3 for broken stuff in the game because hunters are not excluded from this as well. The new Whirling Maelstrom aspect is currently bugged and allowing you to damage enemies through immune shields if you throw it first then die after. Let's be honest here though, would it really be a new Destiny season if the new content didn't break the game? I'm still looking forward to being able to throw strand Rasen shurikens at my enemies, as well as using the other aspects when they get fixed, because I don't want to make a build around them if they get nerfed and or changed after the fact, and they're no longer as enjoyable as when I made the build. Both of the new seasonal activities are very fun, with new mechanics revolving around the Void, Solar, and Arc crystals that all have different properties with how they interact with the environment and you. The Solar one burns you, the Void one pulls you in, while the Arc Orb electrocutes certain parts of the room and you have to move around to avoid it. These are all fun new mechanics, and I'm glad they brought something new and not the same old of basically playing a mini game mode of Gambit by picking up objects and basically banking them in another object. And alright, we're starting around the end here. Let's talk about the main reason why we all enjoy playing Destiny, the weapons. Most of the new seasonal weapons leave a bit to be desired besides 2 of the main ones. Kept Confidence, the new Strand 140 RPM hand cannon, feels amazing. And when I say amazing, I mean amazing. Like, this feels like a night and day difference. Like, this may be the best hand cannon to ever touch my freaking hands. It just feels so easy to click heads and get those crispy 3 taps. It doesn't have many good PvP perks and almost zero PvE perks, but the perks that are there are really good, like Killing Wind and Quick Draw in the first column, and the only notable one in the second being Eye of the Storm, but that is a really good perk. I've also heard some rumblings that the new Solar Fusion the Eremite with Envious Assassin in either Reservoir Burst or Controlled Burst is really good. So good that it's giving me flashbacks to those seasons where we had particle deconstruction and fusions were the best option for boss damage. Now, do I see people using this fusion? Maybe, but I also feel like it could be just another fusion that people get like, oh, this could be really cool. They make it and or grab it and throw it in their vault and never use it again. It's also a high impact fusion, and the only fusion that I'm seeing people use these days is Riptide. So I don't think it's really dethroning Riptide. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and let me know if I should craft it or not, because both of these weapons are indeed craftable, which means they also come with enhanced perks. And for the last seasonal weapon that I'm going to be talking about, I've seen people talking about the new rocket launcher, Semio Taikan. It is Strand, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name again because I know I butchered it, but I'm pretty sure this is the first craftable rocket launcher that a lot of people are going to be able to get that comes with bipod and explosive light. So if you aren't able to get your hands on the crafted roll of Apex Predator or still haven't gotten the god roll of Cold Comfort to drop, might want to grab this. I'm also looking forward to using Warden's Law, as it's the first in a new archetype with the heavy burst hand cannons, and I'm looking at the perks live as I'm recording this, and this thing has some juice on it. It's got Discordance, Enlightened Action, Snapshot, Force Time to Charm, Moving Target and Perpetual Motion in the first column, and Shot Swap, Frenzy, Kill Clip, Rampage, Zen Moment, and Vorpal Weapon in the second. This thing could be juiced. I think the role that I will probably be going for is Enlightened Action and Zen Moment, maybe even Enlightened Action Kill Clip or Perpetual Motion Kill Clip. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, and I'm praying and hoping that this thing is meta. Enlightened Action is a new perk that increases handling and reload speed upon dealing damage, which I feel like will be very good in PvP. I'm looking forward to seeing this perk on other weapons so much. Let's talk about one. With this new season, Shaxx has brought us another SMG. I repeat, another SMG. Just wait till you see what perks it has on it. You'll probably be seeing this just as much as Immortal. Here's just some of the perks that this weapon has that I think deserve to be pointed out. The rest of them will be on screen. Perpetual Motion, Killing Wind, Moving Target, Dynamic Sway Reduction, Demolitionist, along with, you guessed it, Enlightened Action. Before you start worrying, it gets worse. In the second column, we have even more iconic perks, like our best friend, Target Lock and Tap the Trigger, as well as Multi-Kill Clip and Cascade Point. Since they also made it that Zoom is no longer king and the range stat is the most important when it comes to damage fall off, if you combined Hammer Forge Rifling with accurized rounds and a range masterwork, you can get 100 range if you activate Killing Wind. I repeat, 100 range on an SMG. I'm talking upwards to maybe 22 to 25 meters on an SMG. Again, that is a guess, but if I am correct, this weapon could be a monster. Alright, I feel like I saved the best information for last. Boys and girls, you can stop getting those Shuro-chi checkpoints every Tuesday at reset to level up your weapons, because now we can just use Glimmer and enhancement cores to level up our weapons. I'm not joking. This is probably the best thing they've added, because there's been so many weapons that I've been wanting to craft, but I can't stand the mind-numbing repetitions that it takes to level up a weapon at Shuro-chi. I feel like this change was a very long time coming, and I'm glad it's finally here, and I never want it to go away. Please never let there be a day that I run out of enhancement cores, because if it does, that means I'm gonna have to go right back to Shuro-chi. And yeah, that's pretty much it on my opinions for this season so far. I'll try to do another video at the end of the season thinking about my end of the season wrap up as well. But it's time I think we end the video. Make sure you click that subscribe button so you can join me and the rest of the Underworld crew in the next one. I appreciate you being here, and remember, stay spooky. Love ya. Peace.